Some nights do not begin with darkness, they begin with the moment your head touches the pillow and your mind refuses to let go. The room is quiet, the lights are off, the world has moved on into sleep, but inside you something is still awake, a fear, a memory, a question that keeps circling like it knows exactly where to hurt. And the most unsettling part is this. Sometimes the night does not make your pain louder. It simply removes every distraction that was keeping you from hearing it. The thoughts you outran all day suddenly catch up. The words someone said hours ago now echo like thunder. The future starts whispering worst-case scenarios into your mind, and what was once a thought becomes a weight on your chest, a weight in your spirit, a weight so invisible no one else sees it, yet so real, it steals your breath. If that is where you are tonight, do not scroll away from this moment, because what if this is not just another sleepless night? What if this is the night God finally touches the place in you that has been silently breaking? Maybe all day you looked fine, maybe you smiled, maybe you kept moving, maybe everyone around you believed you were strong, but only you know what it costs to hold yourself together. Only you know the exhaustion of carrying fear in silence. Only you know how heavy tomorrow feels before it even arrives. And maybe the reason you are here right now is because your soul is no longer asking for distraction. It is asking for peace. Welcome to Night Prayers with God. Tonight, do not listen to this as if it were a message. Receive it as if a friend sat beside your bed in the middle of the night and gently whispered, "You do not have to carry this alone anymore." Stay with me, because in the next few moments, we are going to step into something deeper than comfort. We are stepping into surrender, and I truly believe that by the end of this prayer, something that has been tormenting your mind may finally lose its power. If this space has been a place of peace for your heart, please subscribe to Night Prayers with God and help support this channel so we can continue bringing healing, rest, and hope to every soul that needs God in the silent hours of the night. Now stay, because tonight may be the turning point your heart has been crying out for. And now that the heart has found shelter in His word and safety under His covering, let us move into the deeper work of this night, the healing, the gratitude, and the quiet breakthroughs. God begins while we sleep. File site, turn 3 file. Father, thank you. Thank you not only for the peace that is beginning to settle over this room, but for the grace that carried me through this entire day, turn 3 file 00. Thank you for the realize I had untie you, for the breath in my lungs. Thank you for the unseen ways you protected me from what I never even knew was near. File site turn 3 file 0. Thank you for Ev held me steady when my emotions felt move through the day so quickly that I forget how many mercies quietly carried me. But tonight, in this slower moment, I can finally see them. Files, turn file. The strength to care felt tired. The grace that met me in moments of weakened inside delays, disappointments, and detours I did not understand. File site turn 3 file 0, Lord. Thank you, noticed. And thank you even more for the ones I missed. Thank you for the P got into my day. Thank you for the lessons wrapped inside moments. File site turned free file 0. Thank you for these because they were never meant for me. Thank you for every unseen act of grace. And Father, my heart I now bring before you the places within me that still need healing. File site turned 3 file 0. Because sometimes it's not visible. Sometimes the wounds are carried in silence. A memory that still stings, a disappointment that never that keeps replaying in the quiet, a burden that has lived too long inside the soul. Lord, tonight I brinto your presence. Heal the part of me that still feels bruised by words spoken long ago. Heal the part of me that still carries the sadness I learned to hide. File site turn 3 file, heal the guilt, aisle the emotional exhaustion that has built up layer by layer over time. There are wounds inside the heart that no one else sees. The kind formed by disapomed, by being strong for too long. The kind formed by smiling in public while quietly falling apart in private. Father, touch those with temporary comfort but with deep healing. The kind of healing that reaches beneath the surface. The kind that changes how the heart feels tomorrow morning. The kind TV has worn down, file site turn 3 file 0, Lord, breathe heals where the mind has repeated fear, plant peace. Where the mind has repeated failure, plant grace. Where the mind has repeated shame, plant truth. Truth, file site turn 3 file. Let every lie, I myself, tonight. Replace it with your voice. The voice that says, I am seen, I am loved, I am still being carried. And Father, I now, in the unseen places of this night, greatest things, you do happen while we are resting. File site turn file 0. While the room is working, while the body sleeps, you are still moving, while the mind grows still. I believe you are working overnight. File site turn 3 file. I believe chains cannot yet see. The chain of overthinking, the chain of fear, the heaviness, the chain of constantly expecting the worst. File site turn 3 file 0, break every pattern art, trapped in anxiety, break every cycle that keeps pulling my thoughts back into fee agreement I have made with hopelessness. Lord, let this nig point, not because everything changes around me by morning, but because something changes within me. Eider. Let my heart wake freer. Let my thoughts wake clearer. Let hope begin to rise again. Father, work in that to fix with my own strength. Work in the relationships aisle. Work in the areas of my life where confusion has lived. Work in the future I keep worrying about. Work in the parts of me that no longer know how to hope, file saint. And while I rest till life has slowly taken from me, restore emotional strength or mental clarity, restore inner steadiness, restore the softness of heart that fear tried to harden. File site turn 3 file, and Lord, thank you. Before I see the outcome, I can already thank you for the work you are doing. Thank you for the breakthrough that begins in silence, healing that begins in stillness. Thank you for the up tomorrow, not as the same person who laid down tonight, because sometimes the greatest miracle is not outside of us. Sometimes it is the quia atmosphere within the soul. Tonight, I trust you are rebuilding places inside me that have been tired for far too long, and that thought alone gives the heart a new kind of hope. File site turn 3 file 0. And now that the burdens have been gently placed into God's hands, let us move deeper into the place where peace is no longer only felt but firmly anchored in His word and His covering through this night. Father, as the room grows quieter and the heart begins to soften, I draw closer to the promises. You have already spoken, because tonight I do not want to rest on feelings alone. Feelings rise and fall, thoughts come and go, but your word remains. And when the night feels uncertain, your word becomes the ground beneath my soul. Lord, tonight I hold on to the promise of the book of Psalms. You are my shepherd. That means I am not wandering through this night alone. I am not left to navigate fear by myself. I am not abandoned in the valley of anxious thoughts. You are leading me even here, even in this quiet room, even in this hour when the heart often feels most vulnerable. Lead me beside still waters tonight. Let your peace flow. Through my thoughts, the way still waters, calm everything around them. Where my mind has been restless, bring stillness. Where my heart has been unsettled, bring calm. where my emotions have felt pulled in too many directions. Bring gentle order. Restore my soul, not only my thoughts, but the deeper places beneath them. Restore the parts of me that have been worn down by silent battles. Restore the places inside me that life has slowly drained. Restore the emotional strength I no longer know how to ask for. And even if tonight I walk through a valley of uncertainty, I will not fear because you are with me. That truth changes the atmosphere of this room. Fear loses its voice when your presence becomes more real than the thoughts trying to keep me awake. Lord, let this room become a place of holy stillness. Let every corner be touched by your peace. Let every shadow lose its power in the light of your presence. Tonight, I now rest under the promise of the book of Psalms. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Tonight I choose to dwell there, not in fear, not in what-if thoughts, not in tomorrow's uncertainty, but in the shadow of your covering. Cover this room, Lord. Cover the walls around me. Cover the doorway. Cover the windows. Cover every space where fear has tried to linger. Let this bed become a place of healing. Let this room become a sanctuary. Let this night become sacred ground where the soul is finally safe enough to rest. Your word says that you command your angels concerning us. So tonight I ask for your divine protection over this home. Let your angels stand guard through every hour of the night. Protect this mind from tormenting thoughts. Protect this heart from spiraling fear. Protect this sleep from unrest, panic, and exhausting dreams. Protect the people I love. Protect every person under this roof. Father, guard the emotional atmosphere of this home. Let no fear settle here. Let no heaviness remain here. Let peace rest over this place like a covering blanket through the night. And now I lean into the promise of the book of Psalms. You are my keeper. You never sleep. You never slumber. There is something deeply comforting in knowing that while my eyes close, yours remain open. While my body rests, you remain watchful. While my mind lets go, you continue to hold tomorrow. I do not need to stay awake to protect my future. I do not need to mentally rehearse every possible outcome. I do not need to carry tomorrow into this night. Because you are already there. You are already watching over what I cannot yet see. You are already standing in the morning before it arrives. And somehow that truth allows the soul to breathe. Tonight, I release the need to guard everything myself. I release the exhausting belief that I must always be prepared for every possibility. I release the habit of carrying tomorrow's burdens before tomorrow even begins. You are my keeper. You are my covering. You are the one who watches over my coming and my going. Lord, watch over my family tonight. Watch over the people whose names live in my heart. Watch over the things I have been silently worried about. Watch over the places in my life that still feel uncertain. And as your word settles deeper into my spirit, let fear begin to lose its shape. Let peace become stronger than the pressure. Let trust become deeper than the uncertainty. Let the mind that once felt like a battlefield slowly become a sanctuary. Because tonight I am no longer resting in my own strength. I am resting under your word, under your promises, under your protection, under your presence. And beneath all of that, something inside me begins to feel safe again. And now, with the heart softened by gratitude and quietly renewed by everything God has been doing in the unseen, let us enter the final place. This night has been leading us toward a deep rest that feels less like sleep and more like being safely held. Father, the room feels different now, not because every problem has disappeared, not because every answer has arrived, but because something inside me is no longer fighting the way it was before. The soul that entered this night carrying weight now feels lighter. The mind that arrived restless now feels quieter. The heart that was bracing itself now feels gently released. And so, Lord, I place the rest of this night fully into your hands. Every unfinished thought, every remaining fear, every silent worry about tomorrow, I release it now. I will not carry it into sleep. Tomorrow belongs to you. The people I love belong to you. The situations I cannot control belong to you. The future I cannot yet see belongs to you, and because it is all in your hands, I can finally let my soul unclench. Let my breathing slow, let every breath become softer. Let every part of my body begin to receive the peace my spirit has been reaching for. Tonight, let peace move through me completely. Let it touch the mind, the heart, the body, the places where stress settled, the places where fear became tension, the places where exhaustion quietly built up over time. Father, let this sleep be healing. Let it be deep. Let it be uninterrupted. Let it be holy rest. Guard the edge of my sleep. Let no fear rise again. Let no tormenting thought return. Let no voice become louder than your presence. Cover this room, cover this bed, cover this home, cover every person listening right now. Let this night become a sanctuary, and when morning comes, let us rise differently, lighter, calmer, clearer, stronger in spirit, because you walked with us through this night. Father, tonight I trust you with everything I cannot carry. I trust you with tomorrow. I trust you with the unanswered. I trust you with the unknown. I trust you with my heart. I trust you with my future. I trust you with the things I have cried over in silence. I trust you with the burdens I could no longer explain. And now I rest. I rest not because life is perfect. I rest because you are faithful. I rest because you are near. I rest because your peace is stronger than my fear. I rest because your hands are stronger than my own. I am safe, I am seen, I am held, I am sustained by a faithful God. Amen. Before you sleep tonight, I want to invite you into one final sacred moment with this community. If this prayer touched your heart, please leave a comment below with just one simple line: Lord, I place every burden into your hands tonight. That one sentence may not only seal this prayer in your own heart, but it may become the exact encouragement someone else needs to read before they sleep. Sometimes one honest comment becomes a prayer for another soul. If God gave you peace tonight, let your words become light for someone else in the comments. And if you are carrying something heavy, you can simply write peace or amen, so we can stand with you in prayer tonight. Please take a moment to subscribe to Night Prayers with God and support this channel so we can continue creating peaceful night prayers that bring rest, healing, and hope to hearts that need God in the silent hours. And if there is someone on your heart right now, a friend, a family member, someone who cannot sleep, someone silently battling fear, share this prayer with them tonight. Sometimes one prayer sent at the right moment can become the turning point in someone's night. Sleep in peace. God is already holding what you can no longer carry.